All
I'll
right.
come over there and Ron Artest the fuck out of you. You better quit playing with me.
Welcome to There's Layers to It, everybody. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it out with your friends.
Send me a Ron Artest gif if you want me to beat the fuck out of Corbin.
Also, follow us on all of our social media. That's at There's Layers to It, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get at us. Let's get talking. Without further ado, this is the episode. Let's go. Oh, well.
I guess we can talk about these crazy ass fans that are just.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to talk about.
So what is your opinion on that? Because
Okay.
the other day, Kyrie Irving got a bottle thrown at him.
Yeah, so since fans have been back in the playoffs, we have
Just
Westbrook getting popcorn thrown at him. You got a water bottle getting thrown at Kyrie Irving. You have a fan running onto the court in the Suns and Lakers game.
Trae Young got spat on.
Yeah, Trae Young got spit on. Personally, fans have always, I believe fans have always done this, right? But now they're starting to get in trouble. So
I don't know if they've done it to this extent. They've said derogatory things, especially in Boston. But I don't think that they've ever taken it to the extreme. At this point, I think they're just doing it for clout.
So that brings me to my second point, right? So I think fans have done this for a while, and now we're just really looking at it. But I think the second part has to be related to the lockdown that we had and everyone not knowing how to just go out to a stadium and be a normal, common sense driven human being and not be just disrespectful to these players, and they just want to wild out, whether it's for clout, whether it's just because they have not been out in society and don't remember how to act.
So you haven't been out for a year and you literally just forget about what happened the other 20 or 30 some odd years that you've been on this earth?
Hey, so some people, I would say yes.
That's not a good thing.
Well, I think we're only going to see more of it as the country opens back up. We're going to see a lot more wild stories about people just acting out in public.
See, and Shannon Sharp also said this too. You really see this in for example, basketball. I feel like because they can test basketball players, and yeah, it's close. They're right there. You can see the sweat dripping off of them and whatnot. Whereas a football game, if
you're not about to test any of them. And if you do, you're going to have Marcus Peters running up on you in the crowd.
Could you imagine if someone threw something at Aaron Donald and he just completely lost it?
You're going to have a Malice in the Palace all over again.
They threw shit at Ron Artest and he ran his ass right out there and beat the fuck out of somebody.
I was just watching the highlight for that the other day where he's just standing there and this big fat white dude's talking crap, and next thing you know, Ron's just clocked him right hand right over top. I love it. I love the Mouse in the Palace.
I don't understand. Why would you fuck with those people? Why not just leave them alone? Because they don't get paid to get shit thrown at them and called derogatory terms and everything else like that.
No, but I am a believer in heckling. I am.
There's a difference between heckling and there's a difference between
just being
a dickhead.
Disrespectful. I love heckling.
I can look at you and say that you suck ass, but I shouldn't call you out of your name.
Yeah,
or call your family a motherfucker, how they did to Ja Morant's family.
Yeah, it shouldn't be out here calling people derogatory terms or just taking the family into account.
Right.
You can have.
You say, "Oh, you fucking suck," or you bombed the absolute hell out of that quarter. What happened, bud?
You can do your deep dive research, find out that he's a mama's boy, and
call him a mama's boy, but don't tell us. Don't call his mama a hoe
or something. Yeah.
Don't call his mama a hoe.
Yeah. These people just like to take it too far. I'm not exactly sure how you monitor it.
Let someone go up there and whoop their ass again like Ron Artest did.
Will that really stop the problem, though? Or do you think that would lead to more problems?
Shit. If Russell Westbrook would have got up there, I'm pretty sure that they would. They would have at least stopped it in Washington. Or Philly, wherever the fuck they were. Were they in Philly?
I believe they were in Philly.
I bet you the next time Russell Westbrook comes into town, they wouldn't do that shit.
I don't know. All I know is they did the right thing by banning these people from the stadium, not allowing them to come back, fining them. Like, you can't tolerate these things. The players are right with the fact that the NBA needs to crack down on this more than what they have. I just don't know exactly how you're going to do it.
All these motherfuckers
There's going to be a lot of people at stadiums coming up in the near future. This is going to continue to happen as it always has. And
Well, it's
the
happened.
NBA has a real problem to figure out.
It happened, but it hasn't happened to this extent.
Not to the extent where they're throwing things at people, but, I mean, look back a couple years. I mean, you got
Let Ron Artest be security for every fucking...
You got LeBron getting talked at weird or wild. You got Anthony Davis gets talked at wild. I mean,
You can talk at someone wild, but you shouldn't call them...
oh, I'm sure they get called, LeBron, you a little bitch. Hey, don't talk like that. You remember that video? Like, it's been happening.
I'd be more okay with someone calling me a bitch than someone calling my mother a bitch.
True, very true. But we'll see. We'll see what the NBA does. They truly do have a problem.
Let someone go up there and whoop their ass.
Violence
see,
is not the answer.
Fuck that. In this situation, it is.
All right.
When you-
Marion believes in violence.
I don't believe in violence always, but I feel like if someone
He's screaming murder.
if someone is going out of your way
Bum.
to fuck with just everyone, I think violence is necessary. If someone throws a water bottle at my head, violence. I am choosing violence that day. If someone throws popcorn at me, I'm choosing violence that day. If someone spits on me, I'm choosing death that day.
Very well said. Very, very well said. I almost feel like I should be applauding you right now. All right? Like, that was... I need to stand up and give you a standing ovation.
Look, man.
You deserve a Nobel Prize for that speech, because...
All I know is you ain't about to spit on me and call me no N-word or nothing like
Nah,
that. You
see,
ain't gonna-
that then I'm all for the violence with you.
But see, that shit, that type of shit happens in Boston.
Too often. Yeah, Boston is considered one of the worst places to go play as an opposing team.
If you're
Just
black.
because of the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Get better, Boston. Get better.
They ain't gonna get no goddamn better. Dude, Mark Wahlberg was going around calling people the N-word. If Mark Wahlberg is going around calling people the N-word, then you're not safe over there.
No, nobody's safe.
No.
Nobody's safe.
Kyrie was getting called that while he was playing for the fucking team.
Yeah, but that's fucked up.
I don't care how bad he was playing. He shouldn't have been talked to like that.
No, that's unacceptable. Very unacceptable.
Kyrie shit the bed there in Boston, but that doesn't mean he got to get called out of his name like that.
No. Very unacceptable. You got to be nice to people, guys. You can't
Treat people how you want to be treated.
treat people with respect.
No, fuck that. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Well,
If you want to be treated like that, I'm going to treat you like that.
it is the golden rule.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
I just want you to treat people with respect.
I wish somebody would spit on me. I'd lose my job in a heartbeat.
Honestly, I would too.
I'd hope that they would record it too, so I can be like, yes, I beat the fuck out of them, and here's why.
Yeah, I understand. I hope so. I hope so. With that, I think we should wrap it up, though. I think that's a great way to end this podcast. We have a bunch of energy.
I'd get their head and just ram it right into the wall.
We are the Layers. This is Corbin. That's Marion.
Choosing violence today.
And we're signing out.